on, screw up. In October 2009, Mark Ine made his professional tennis debut at the ATP Calabasas Open, where he and Kevin Kim won a match and advanced to the quarterfinals, earning Mr. Ine the distinction of being the oldest ranked player on the ATP Tour. I'm jealous. In addition, he played in 2 professional tournaments with Kim again in 2010, winning a match at the ATP Cancun Challenger. Mark is the founder and owner of the Washington Castles, Washington, D.C.'s World Team Tennis, WTT franchise. His team includes Serena and Venus Williams. After just 4 years in the league, the Castles twice captured the coveted King Trophy by winning the WTT championship in 2009 and 2011. The 2011 team made history by becoming the first team in the 36-year history of the league to complete a perfect season with a 60-0 record. A native of the Washington area, Mark actively supports many community, charitable, and cultural organizations. Through both his professional and philanthropic activities, he is committed to bringing his community together, as well as helping those in need, with a particular focus on the youth of the city. Mark is currently the chairman of the District of Columbia Public Schools Education Fund that has raised over $80 million of private philanthropic support in just 4 years. We are honored to present the 2013 Jefferson Award for Outstanding Service in Professional Sports to Mark Ine.
Well, this is an almost indescribable honor to receive this award with the history it has and the fellow honorees that are getting this award today. So thank you very much. I think the introductions are all a little dated because we actually last year completed, in 2011, we completed the first undefeated season in the history of our 37-year history of our league, and last year we completed the second undefeated season. And entering our season, which starts in 2 weeks, we actually have a 32-match consecutive winning streak, which is the second longest winning streak in the history of pro sports, behind the 71-72 LA Lakers. And we hope to beat them in the first and second match of this year. And I say that not to brag or not to update statistics, but to tell you that that's not really what matters to me about our team. I started this team because I recognized the power of sports to convene and bring people together, and I really brought this team to Washington 5 years ago because I wanted it to be a gift back to my community, a community that had been so good to me. And I started it with 4 founding principles. 1, I wanted to bring the city of Washington together. 2, I wanted to create a center of fun, high-quality activities. 3, I wanted to help local charitable partners. And 4, I wanted to promote the sport of tennis and physical activity. And those are our 4 founding principles. They were the 4 things we wrote down on a piece of paper when we started it. They're still the 4 things that we talk about every day when our team comes to the office and thinks about what we do. And I think what's interesting is you'll notice that winning championships and winning matches had nothing to do with why we started this. And what's been so interesting to me is that because we started this with truly, I think, somewhat of a higher calling than sports itself, the fans have responded in an incredible way. They sell out our matches every night. And our players have achieved this historic feats. And I think if you ask them why it's happened, I think they tell you because they feel like they're playing for something bigger than themselves. And it's interesting because tennis is an individual sport. And our players, like Venus and Serena, are individuals 11 months of the year. And they come together as a team. And something magical happens when they come together as a team. And then even more so for our team, they really feel like they're playing for their community. And they've done things that no one else has ever done. And I really believe at the core that's the reason that that's happened. And I'll tell you that that the greatest compliment I've ever gotten about the team, again, didn't have anything to do with winning championships or winning streaks. It was, I've heard this actually exact quote a couple times, most recently last year from Valerie Jarrett at the White House, who was sitting next to me, and she looked around our stands and she said, Mark, this is the greatest melting pot of our community I've ever seen. It's a little bit of everything in one place, and everyone's here having a great time. And when I think about my greatest memories, it doesn't have anything to do with winning matches or winning streaks. It's literally sitting there at 9 o'clock at night and looking around us, packed stadium, people in my community, families coming together, having a great time, and cheering for a team that has the name of their community across the front of their jersey. That's really what this is all about. I just, in closing, want to say something else that's very personal and meaningful to me. It's hard for me to describe what it means to get an award the same day as Professor Wiesel. I am the child of a Holocaust survivor, and in fact, one of the two youngest surviving twins of the Holocaust. And we didn't talk about that a lot when we were growing up. But I think what was ingrained to me were two things. One was an appreciation for the precariousness of life. My family and my grandparents were very comfortable in Holland before the war, and virtually overnight, it was all taken away from them, and my mom and her uncle grew up in almost indescribable circumstances. And I think, again, while we didn't talk about it much, it is ingrained in me an appreciation that you have to seize every day and make the most of the opportunities that we have to make the biggest difference while we're here on this earth. I think the second thing is it ingrained in me a spirit of appreciation for this great country. And the fact that my parents could come here off the boat, literally with nothing, and in one generation go from that to the abundance of opportunity I've had to where I could stand in front of you and get this award based on those opportunities is something that's magic. It's something that is so special about our country. I join in what everyone has said, that we have to make sure that that American dream lives and that it never dies. Thank you very much.